To weave in tails that are near ribbing, you're first going to thread your tapestry needle with your tail and then close up any gaps that you might have at the beginning of the work. And then on the wrong side, tracing up one side of the stitch, you're going to strand your yarn through, bring it across the top of the stitch, and then strand it down the left side of that same stitch. So this stitch is sitting upright right here, and I've traced it up and down. And now I'm cutting the yarn close to where I wove it in. With the other tail, that's sitting at the top of the stitch. So I'm going to move it over to a column that I didn't weave the yarn into. So I'm scooting it over to the next knit column. And what I'm going to do here is strand the needle down the left side of the stitch. And then I'm going to insert the needle into that same left side of the stitch to weave back up the opposite way you came in order to secure the tail before you trim it close to where you've woven in. To weave in tails in the middle of your work, thread your yarn onto a tapestry needle and then use that yarn to close up the gap between where you added your new color and ended the old color. So I don't tie knots in my work. I end up with a little bit of loose stitches, so I tend to adjust the tension there with my knitting needle or with my tapestry needle, as you just saw. Then I'm going to work a duplicate stitch. So I'm tracing that white row, that cream row of stitches there, by working into the purple and blue stitches from the rows above and below. So I'm zig and zagging into those purple and blue stitches to create a duplicate stitch that will hide in the back of the work. So I'm on the wrong side here. Once I've gone about an inch and a half in one direction, so here I'm going to the right, I'm going to come back and go to the left just for a few passes to catch that yarn in there so that it doesn't come loose. And then trim the yarn and you're good.